Om Shanti.
So today's Murli is all about contentment, santushtha, how this one value can bring a lot of attainment of happiness as well as praise. Okay, so Baba always, at least in the recent Murlis, if you see from 2003, 2004, a lot of Murlis he has been uh, focusing on the value of contentment. And even in the past, like now today we are reading the 1978 Murli, he is focusing on the contentment. And sometimes if you just churn deep, there is a lot of jewels we get over when we are content. We all must be knowing that. And in the Lokics, we see that if a person is really not content, no matter how much he is having, he will always want, he will always aspire to have more and more. And that is what majority people keep on doing, accumulating money, accumulating fame, accumulating so many things. Even if they are old, they still have that urge of accumulating. They still get into the greed, they get into the other aspects of unhappiness because of a simple lack of this value of contentment. And we, the Brahmins, are so happy, so fortunate that this value comes to us as soon as we get Baba. So, even as we go ahead in our Brahmin journey, especially when we cross the initial days, there could be a chance where we sometimes might lose this value, maybe because of we seeing other BKs or we seeing other Lokics. But it is worth revising, this value sometimes or maybe daily. I do it daily and I just check myself that is it something which I really need or whether I've got everything. And if I've got everything, am I really enjoying my life? So let's see what Baba has to say today on this. It's a small Murli. It has been split over 2 days. So today and Monday. Monday we will read the other part, which is the meeting of parties, and today we'll do the main part of the Murli. So yes, let's start. It's the Murli of 29th of November 1978. The Murli title is The Attainment of Happiness and Peace Through Contentment. Bab Dada is seeing his jewels that sparkle in the world. The sparkle of each jewel is unique and individual. Each of you jewels is revealing the Father's virtues and task through yourself, number wise. Bab Dada can be seen through each jewel. So today Baba is seeing us as a jewel, a sparkling jewel, and we are sparkling to reveal Bab Dada. Devotees have referred to this wonderful scene as wherever I look, I see you. Wonderful. So the very thought of omnipresence, God being omnipresent, in a way, it is because of we children, we are shining all around. And when we shine, we show Bap Dada. So probably this has been referred to in the path of devotion as wherever I look, I only see you. Bap Dada is visible in the Maharatis too. The song heard emerging from each one's lips is of the one sound, that is Baba, Baba. The one Father is merged in the eyes of all Brahmin souls. like the light of the eyes. This is why there is the practical experience in Brahmin life of wherever I look, I see you. Devotees, in their own words, have referred to the experience of the children at present time as omnipresence. Is the Father resident in Paramdham, or do you experience the Father as your constant companion, as your constant companion in your every thought and deed? When you experience Him to be the detached observer or your companion, since He is everyone's companion, He is not omnipresent. Devotees have copied these words, but because of forgetting when and how they are used, instead of praise, it has become defamation. So Bab has just clarified this thing that although Baba is in Paramdham, but we experience Baba as our companion. It's just about experience. So as we experience him as companion, devotees have taken this experience as he being omnipresent. Because when was he companion, what time was he companion, and for whom he was companion, they don't know that. And that is the reason why instead of praise, it has become defamation, Glani. So on seeing the drama in the present form of the children, sorry, on seeing the dharana in the present form of the children, Bab Dada sees one particular aspect. Which dharana? Out of all the children, how many are constantly jewels of contentment? Remember the word constantly. The most special virtue sparkling on their faces is that of contentment. There have to be all types of contentment. So he's referring to the three types. First one, to be content with the Father. Second, always to be content with the self. And third, to be content with your connections and relationships. Hmm? Content with Father, self, and relationships. Living souls and matter are both included in that. The visible indication of contentment is happiness. To be constantly happy. On the basis of this happiness, each soul receive the particular fruit of being praised by everyone. Their speciality is contentment. The sign of it is happiness, and its practical fruit is praise. Now, examine yourself. Only through your happiness can you attain praise. Hmm, this is a very beautiful examination which Baba is asking us to do. There are various different factors for praise. People would praise us for our speciality, people would praise us for our degree, people might praise us for there are a number of things, right? But only through your happiness can you attain praise. Just because we are happy, just because we are in a very good mood, do people praise us? Do people like us? Hmm? Just think about it, and maybe when we do the churning, do share your experience. Did you ever experience such things? And if yes, how did you feel? Those who are constantly content and happy are definitely praised by everyone. According to the according to the drama, whilst you are progressing in this effort making life, problems and adverse situations definitely have to come. To have the aim of progressing as soon as you take birth means to invoke test papers and problems. Do you forget the things that you have invoked? Would it be possible for there to be no scenes for you to go through along the path? When you stop on the path of and look at the scenes, the distraction is experienced. Hmm? Anything you need, brother?
Sorry, Prabhupada Bhaiji, by mistake.
Okay, okay, no problem. I thought you want to share something. That's perfectly fine. So let me read it again. To have the aim of progressing as soon as you take birth means to invoke test papers and problems. Okay, so Baba is telling that if you are progressing, that means you will get test papers and problems. Okay, we forget the things that you have invoked. What we have invoked. Okay, so the very essence that we are progressing, by default we are invoking test papers and problems, so we don't practically invoke them, but if we want to progress, they are with us, right? Would it be possible for there to be no scenes for you to go through along the path? When you stop on the path to look at the scenes, the destruction is the destruction is experienced to be far away. Whilst seeing the scenes, you must continue to overcome them as you move along. However, when you see the scenes, you stop and wonder, why is this like this? What is this? This should not be like this. It should be like this. You begin to correct every scene. Instead of moving past the scene, you become busy in correcting it. And because of this, the connection of the Father's remembrance becomes loose. Instead of your mind being entertained, you allow your mind to wit, that is, va scene, va. Instead of wonder of va, you cry out a lot in distress, hi. So वाह वाह की जगह हम हाय हाय करने लगते हैं. So Baba is telling that the sight scenes are for our entertainment. But if we pause over there and instead of telling wah wah for Baba, we try to and probably even wah scenes wah, instead of telling wah to the scenes, we tell hi to the scenes. To cry out in distress means to be amazed. You therefore stop progressing. Because of becoming tired, you complain to the Father very sweetly and become discontent with the Father in a royal way. Hmm? So, again, this is interesting. You complain to the Father very sweetly and become discontent with the Father in a royal way. Many children ask why they were not told all about this earlier. They say, you said it was an easy path. You didn't say it was a path where we have to tolerate everything. Instead of experiencing this to be an easy path, children experience it to be path where they have to tolerate everything. However, to tolerate is to move forward. To tolerate is to move forward. In fact, you don't really have to tolerate anything, but because of your own weaknesses, you experience having to tolerate everything. The natural quality of fire is to burn, but because of not knowing its quality, instead of benefiting from it, you allow it to damage you. Instead of experiencing happiness, you have to endure it. Baba has given a very nice example of fire. Obviously, fire will burn, but definitely we have so many good qualities of fire. So if we don't use it in the right way, we might get ourselves damaged or we will get ourselves burned. So instead of benefiting for it, you allow it to damage you. Instead of experiencing happiness, you have to endure it. Instead of burning objects, you burn yourself. Because of not knowing its quality, instead of experiencing happiness, you have to tolerate it. Similarly, when you don't know what is causing the problems and adverse situations, you experience having to tolerate them instead of experiencing happiness. In this way, instead of experiencing this to be an easy path, you experience it as a path of having to tolerate everything. Such children remain discontent with the father, that is, with his knowledge and the path of having this knowledge included, inculcated in them. Along with this, they remain discontented with themselves. When they are discontented with themselves, they also become discontented with all the relationships and connections. So Baba is just reminding us of all the three contentness. If we start becoming discontent with father, also we get discontented with the self, and also that leads to discontentment with relationships and connection. Because of this, they are not able to remain happy or experience constant happiness. One moment they are content and happy, and the next moment they become discontent. Therefore, they are not able to experience super senses joy, the special treasure of the confluence age. So, from today, claim the special blessing of being constantly content and happy with yourself and bestow these blessings on others. In this way, you will be able to praise the Father and yourself. The, the elevated means of getting praise is the happiness of each and every Brahmin. The elevated means of getting praise is the happiness of each and every Brahmin. The success of any task depends upon everyone's happiness. The final offering to be made into this sacrificial fire will be constant happiness of all Brahmins. Wonderful statement. The final offering to be made into this sacrificial fire, अंतिम आहुति है सबकी निरंतर खुशी. Then there will be revelation, pratyakshata, that is, the sound of praise will resonate. The flag of victory will be hoisted. Do you understand what you have to do now? Remain constantly happy and make others constantly happy. Acha, to all, to those who are constantly obedient to the Father, to those who remain constantly content and happy, to the great donors and bestowers of blessings who bestow on others the blessings of being constantly happy, Bab Dada's love, remembrance, and namaste. Our love, remembrance, and namaste to beloved Bab Dada. Om Shanti. Okay, so let us pause here for a minute and let's reflect what Baba has to say us through this Murli and what is our understanding about it. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. So yes, we can start sharing.
Om Shanti. Uh, I like uh, this example where Baba has told us that he's our constant companion for in Brahmin life. We experience him in every act, every deed, and whatever we do, we offer it to Baba, and the source is Baba. That Baba inspires us. Baba tells us to do. Then even we go to office, like my personally, when I go to office, I'd say, "Baba, I'm going for Baba," and when I come back, let's come back, Baba, to home. And I try to involve Baba in every act, so that because he's our companion, and we feel that companionship. He's holding a hand. But in Bhakti Marg, this was, seen as that he's everyone's companion. Since he's everyone's companion, so he's omnipresent. Wherever we look, there is Baba. So that was taken in a different sense in Bhakti Marg, and so that became a uh, instead of praise, it became a defamation. So it was basically the difference in understanding how that was to be taken, the companionship. So this point is something which actually in Sangam Yug, countless age, we are experiencing him, but in Bhakti Marg, it is because of lack of understanding. They thought that Supreme Soul is everywhere, omnipresent. So that became a definition. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Yes, brother.
Thank you, Divine Family. Thank you, Baba. And today I got the point that the three types of contentment, and the contentment of with Father, contentment with self, contentment with others, and the relationship with others. So these three types contentment should be there. And this is a very much of secret of being constantly and continuous happiness. This is a very much of secret. And this contentment that Baba has told also that the science is also going to come. And we if suppose we means if I engage in that why and how he is come, so this is not a contentment. So this I like very much. So science is also going to come, but we have to understand as a science seed. And this is then this there is also one power is given that Shahansilta, that burning fire example Baba has given, that the like as a burning fire, this is our quality, this is our strength, it's not a weakness. So this, if you remain on that condition, that challenge, then will be a constant happiness. Om Shanti. Thank you, Baba.
Yes, thanks, brother. So there was this statement in the Murli: those who are constantly content and happy are definitely praised by everyone. Hmm. Any experience around this? People praising you just because you are happy and not because of your skill sets or anything. Let me share my one experience to start with. So recently I've moved to Mumbai 3-4 months back, and the new company where I've joined, I got this feedback from a couple of people that Praful, we always see that you are managing your team very well and you're very happy, not schooling and this and that. So I was just wondering that why are they saying this? They could have also appreciated the skill, the work which I'm doing. Of course, that everybody does. But this thing, the feedback which they gave me, I really felt that, okay, probably because I am content, I am happy. That is why the team with me is also happy. They are content. So that was one thing. Other thing, just recently it happened. So we have this year-end close. I work with a US company, so we and I'm into the accounts profile. So last weekend was really working for us. So last Friday when I came to my office and I was just sitting with my group, and just I happened to say, "Oh wow, it will be so fun. This weekend we would be working. It's interesting. I never worked on a weekend." And when I stayed, when I told that statement, people were just watching at me. Oh my God, he's telling weekend will be interesting to work, because just before me coming over there, they were just scribbling. Oh my God, weekend will be have to work and this. I was not aware of that, and I just came happily to my office and just happened to tell them, oh wow, it will be fun. We'll be working on weekend. And that is when they told, I got a feedback from one of them that, oh, Praful, how can you be so happy? We were just telling this and you just took this in a very different way. And they started praising me. So, of course, we all must have experienced this. This is a very small example which I shared. But the essence which I was, while reading, I was just thinking that uh, if you're happy, if you take situations in a very good way, positively, and if we demonstrate that happiness to others, people really see us in a very different way and not really the way where how they perceive things. And automatically we become instruments of praise worthy, which Baba mentions in this Murli. So Baba also told after that, only through your happiness can you attain praise. Those who are constantly content and happy are definitely praised by everyone. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, brother. Om Shanti. Can you hear me?
Yes, please go ahead.
See, when you were reading that statement, only through your satisfaction can you attain praise. And then the statement before that, the speciality of contentment. Speciality is contentment. Sign is satisfaction. Fruit is praise. So if you see, there are three different elements over here. I don't know what is the original word which is given in the Hindi Murli. One is, I know, santushtata. But the way you speak about happiness, I think maybe satisfaction has been called as prasannata. But I just want to know, sometimes we use this word contentment and satisfaction. We use it similarly. In the common language, we never use it like as if there's a difference. But what I feel is contentment is more a mental decision, a fulfillment, a thing which is feel, but think this is the place, this is everything, and this is my workplace. That's it. I'm not going to shift from here. It's like a mental decision. But satisfaction depends more on your circumstances. As you spoke, you left this place and you went to another place. So there was a shift. I don't know, maybe was there no contentment originally that you had to shift elsewhere? So that new contentment or a decision which you take brought about a kind of, the circumstances brought about some happiness, some kind of prasannata. And then when you really could express it, and you found people looking at you, wow, like a wonder. So there was praise. But I sometimes wonder at the difference, because for me, contentment is fulfillment. Contentment is both a value as well as it's a virtue. And in contentment, there is no comparison at all. But in satisfaction, there is. Satisfaction, definitely my satisfaction, and the satisfying myself, and that same thing satisfying others, there is a difference. So could you just tell me in Baba's language, especially in the middle paragraph, when Baba so drastically he gives a difference between contentment and satisfaction? Because for me, it looks like one merges in the other. When I'm contentment, I should be satisfied. But satisfaction is not a necessary product of contentment. Could you just explain of that paragraph, please?
So Baba has used this word satisfaction in the Murli. I'm just checking that 1 second. Because I could just read the contentment and happiness. And the third word, which one did you use? Praise, yes. So I don't see satisfaction being mentioned here. And while you were speaking, I just Googled and I could read contentment is a choice regardless of the situation or outcome, while satisfaction, that is being satisfaction, is having it as you want and pleased. But yes, the essence, what Baba wants to say is more towards I feel that, because he has also told us the 3 types of contentment: to be content with the Father, always to be content with the self, and to be content with the connections and relationships. And the visible indication of contentment is happiness. So happiness is a byproduct of the contentment which we have inside. So I don't know, why do you think, like, why have you raised this satisfaction thing in between? So I'm still confused.
No,
If any.
I have a Murli of luhar.com. So
Mm-hmm.
it was given. But I think satisfaction makes a word, because see, let me take your own example, what you were saying, brother. I may be contented, everything I've got, but take, for example, the place where you have gone. If suppose there were things, certain things which don't work according, what we call it as circumstances. There are
Mm-hmm.
maybe some circumstances which go against, then you will not be happy. So not being happy is not being satisfied. So I feel definitely there's a difference, because contentment is more, oh, pana jo pa liya, oh, everything I've got. It's something from inside, that what more do I need? I've got everything. I don't need. But satisfaction definitely keeps changing. That is why I think the cycle is there. We are contented, but like a bhagat, he is contented, he has found God, but still he stumbles, goes from place to place to actually visualize, get that aha thing. He goes there, he's not satisfied. So satisfied, I
No,
feel, is
that's fine.
circumstance.
See, agree. So it really doesn't matter for me at the moment whether I'm satisfied or content. But what is important is that whether I'm happy, because that's what Baba is coming to. That those who are constantly happy are definitely praised by everyone. Forget about even praise. We are not being happy because we want to gain praise of everyone. This was probably Baba wanting to give an end result, that how would you know that you are content or happy. So that is like someone is just giving you a result on that. But the ground reality is that irrespective of me being content or me being satisfied, am I happy? And if I'm not happy, that means I'm not satisfied, right? If I'm not happy, I'm not content. So they're very much closely connected. The end result is things could be adverse, as you mentioned. It could also happen that weekend working, in my case, would be a difficult choice for me, because that weekend I was planning to do a program of Baba maybe, and I'm not able to do that program. So that may cause a discomfort in my mind. But in spite of that, am I happy about whatever I have to do? If yes, then I have accepted things as they are and I'm contented. So that is how I look it at. But yes, others can also share their experiences. Was there any situation where we had to make a difficult choice? For example, you wanted to do something, but you were not able to do that because you were you had to give some preference to something else. But still you were happy, still you were contented. Okay, whatever the drama unfolds for me, let me go with it. And you could experience that happiness, not because of you being deprived of not getting what you want, but because whatever came your way, you just accepted. You just were happy with it. So any other examples also maybe others can share.
Om Shanti.
Yes, Sanjay bhai.
A lot was discussed there regarding satisfaction and contentment. But basically, I feel that the physical contentment is called satisfaction. That yes, now I'm satisfied. My hunger is fulfilled. I have eaten a lot of chapatis. Now पेट भर गया है, लेकिन मन नहीं भरा. That when contentment comes, it is called man bhar gaya hai, ab kuch nahi chahiye. It's just like that. Okay. As a lot has been discussed, so we will not give time on that. But basically, what I realized and what I've understood, what Baba mean to say with the word satisfaction, that is just a physical thing. And when it comes contentment, it's a man bhar gaya hai, atmic thing. And another that Baba talked about, that kan kan mein Bhagwan, omnipresence. And what I feel, it is just like that incense stick burning. The fragrance is all round, and we feel that that fragrance is there, and that what the bhakts considered as Bhagwan kan mein hai, omnipresence. So Baba clarified it in a more specialized way, that we children, when we are connected to Baba, and when we follow all the dharnas and srimat of Baba, Baba is revealed by us, and by seeing us as we are in numbers spread all round. So the bhakts feel that yes, God is omnipresent in that way. Om Shanti.
Yeah, now I think I got the link, Praful Bhai. See, when he said contentment, andar ki baat hai, it's a mental, but satisfaction is more stomach. Like, see, when I'm hungry, when I go to a place, I may get a pizza. I wanted a pizza. I may get a pizza, or I may get it with chapati. So, am I happy? So, contentment is a really inner thing. Is my hunger fulfilled? But am I happy with just a chapati, or I am looking for a pizza? Like Baba says in the later part of the paragraph, you think, or you go on correcting it. Baba, I thought it will be like this. I thought I'll get pizza, but I got only a chapati. Wow, Baba, what is this, Baba? Baba, I thought it would be easy, but you're making things difficult. I think there is definitely a line of a long journey when for satisfaction really to come, even if I'm mentally content. I think that difference is there.
Okay. Anyone else wants to share any other point?
Om Shanti. I would like to add one more thing.
Yes,
When
Sanjay.
Baba, as the topic of the Murli, when you are content, the happiness and praise will come automatically. What I visualize it as such, basically contentment, when you are content, that is no more disturbance within you. See, when you are not content, you think a lot. We want to do this, we want this, we want that. And as the bhakts are not content, so they move from one place to another place, from one mandir to another temple, and they move all around. They move and move and move. So when basically the contentment, I started visualizing it as no internal disturbance. And when there is complete silence within, contentment is also silence also. You can consider the word contentment as what Baba talks about is also a state of silence. When you are content means that you are in a state of silence. And when you are in a state of silence, the first letter S talks about soul conscious. Okay. And when you are soul conscious, that is when you are at a state of nirakari, nirvikari, nirahankari, what that was state of Brahma Baba at the last time. So he said nirakari, nirvikari, nirahankari in that soul conscious state. And that nirakari, nirvikari, nirahankari is basically the outcome of the state of silence. That is soul conscious state. That is when you are in a soul conscious state, you are connected to Baba, and Baba is ocean of happiness, you know. And as when you are connected to Baba, Baba is ocean of happiness. The Sankarang we get, and that Sankarang helps us, and we become happy. And when we become happy, it is said that when you are happy, you look beautiful, you look nice. And and when this happiness is divine, happiness is the outcome of the song of that Almighty Baba, you really become beautiful because Baba to sabse haseen hai. And when you're connected with that haseen, you also become haseen. And that haseen results in the praise of others. Oh, wow. They are not doing wow to you, but they're doing wow to Baba. Om Shanti.
Yes.
Praful Bhai, do you have a time for a small query?
Okay. Yes,
No,
please
just
go
one
ahead.
this. In the
Mm-hmm.
first paragraph, Bhagat Sivan, they say, wherever I see only you. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then Baba, Baba loves his children so much. He says, Bap Dada. The word see over there is Bap Dada, is merged in the eyes of the children. And there also they say, Baba, we see only you. Now, what is the difference between both? See, even I see none but one. I see only Baba, Baba, Baba. Same was even with the Bhagats. And for them, they used to run after this and they say, see, kahan bhi dekho, I see only you. So, what was the difference between these two kinds of intoxication?
So when it comes to we telling Baba Baba and the Bhagat telling Baba Baba, right? The difference between these two, not Bhagat telling Baba, but maybe whatever thing they called, for example, Ram Ram, yeah, Krishna Krishna. So what is the kind of differences? So again, there is what I interpret from here is like technically speaking, we both are doing same things. Okay, because even Bhagat wants to experience God wherever they want to go. Even in Bhakti Marg, they say that a thing that God is your companion, God is helping you. Okay, it's not that we just hear it over here. And here also we say the same thing. It is just that they don't have the right knowledge about God, who is God, where He is actually from. Because there are two things which Baba mentioned. One is experiencing God everywhere, and one where He is exactly, where His position is actually there. So we know that physically Baba is at Paramdham and He comes from there. But as a reference of experience, we are experiencing Him and we are invoking Him in all our tasks. We are remembering Him, we experience Him, we want to basically not forget Him, because if we forget Him, there could be other things happening, which Baba told in later part of the Murli, sightseeings and all those things. So it is more towards His actual parichay, His actual form, His actual place, his actual task when he comes. That is something which bhakta are not aware of. But when it comes to pure experience part, I think both of them is very much similar, very much common, because we do the same thing which bhagat technically are doing, and they are doing the same thing which we are doing, that is experiencing God in whatever things we do. So why Baba then? Because towards the end Baba also told in the same paragraph that because of forgetting when and how they are used, instead of praise it becomes a defamation. So sometimes I really feel that bhakt are actually not defaming God. It's glani nahi karte hai wo. It is just they are praising, but Baba takes that as a defamation, probably because bhakt don't know his true form, bhakt don't know his true. So sometimes I really tell Baba, if I were you, I would never have taken that as a defamation, because that is probably because of ignorance. And what they are doing is not to defame you. But Baba feels that it is a glani. It's like pattar pattar mein thokna. It's like a defaming God, Father. So that is how he interprets probably, which is fine, you know. So that is
Om
my
Shanti,
take.
brother. I want to add one beautiful
Yes,
thing
yes. Go ahead.
here. Actually, bhakts also say, Tvameva Mata, Chabita Tvameva. They say,
Mm-hmm.
but they don't really feel that thing. They don't have the relation, the correct relation. They don't have that sambandh factor. And we really live in that sansar, that Baba is mera, Baba hi mera sansar hai. Baba is my mother. We consider Baba as my mother. Baba is my sajan. We consider Baba as sajan. In
Agreed.
in
Agreed.
bhakti, they say, Tera hi tujhko arpan. We really do it in practically. So what I feel that difference between gyan and bhakti they say, and in gyan we do it. And when you do it, when you have the real sambandh as Baba is my beloved, Baba is my sajan, Baba is my friend, Sakha, you really live in that. So that's a very big difference. It is just like somebody sending you Rasagulla in WhatsApp and telling that what is the taste. You say it is nice, but when you really eat Rasagulla, you feel as it's wonderful. That's the difference between bhakti and gyan. Om Shanti.
Agree. That is very good point. But Sanjay bhai, like if you see the hardcore bhagats, especially those who are, actually doing a very dedicated bhakti, you will find that they experience kind of relationship with God, the similar way we do. But as you mentioned very rightly, actually they don't know who is God itself. Because of that gyan, they don't have the taste of rasgulla. So
Yes,
they
the
feel
real
that whatever
Rasagulla
they
is
are doing, that is correct.
yes, yeah. The
But
real Rasagulla is only when you will eat it. Then only you will experience it. Otherwise, you can praise a lot. Rasgulla is this,
yeah,
Rasgulla is
yeah.
that. That is only by hearing only. Okay, you praise it about Rasgulla, that you have heard about Rasgulla a lot. You have read Rasgulla, read lot of Rasgulla, and then you praise Rasgulla is this, Rasgulla is that. You have read a lot about God. You say that God is this, God is that, but you have not experienced it.
Hmm.
When you really eat Rasgulla, you say really wow. Then due to that only we say wow, Baba, wow.
Good example. I liked it.
And
Thanks,
Baba
Sanjay
Praful,
bhai.
also says
just
wow, bache, wow, kya baat hai.
Praful Bhai, you read my mind very well. I am also with you to say, I don't think I would agree that Bhagats do not know or I have not tasted Rasagulla. They have experienced bliss. We see so many instances. But I read your mind. It is They have not nailed God where he is. They have found him in stump and here and there, but not gone and caught him by the locks of his hair where actually he is. That's what I think. They went everywhere else, caught Krishna and said, hello, you are God, hello, God. I think that was the only difference. But even they have experienced bliss in their own way. You read my mind. I think even I go in for the Bhagat's kind of devotion. Om Shanti.
Okay, thanks. So we had wonderful discussion, and it's okay to have some differences of opinion as well. Sometimes we do engage, but it is nice that we speak out our heart and we just give our perspective, because each of Baba's children also have a unique way of interpreting things. Just like we had two discussions today, the contentment, satisfaction, and happiness. So yes, we are here to just get to know each other very well. So I'm happy that this group is, very good with discussion and coming up with interesting points. And even other members, wherever you feel to interrupt in or come in, whenever such discussion happens, do come. There is nothing called as right or wrong. We all are Baba's children, and here we are there to support each other. So with that positive note, let's just be in silence for a minute. We are already over time, which is fine. And just tell Baba thanks, that Baba, you have given us such a beautiful opportunity to meet with each of your jewels. Today, Baba sees us as a jewels, right? So let me be the jewel which Baba wants me to be, a contentful jewel. And wherever I go, I just spread light of contentment. Let me visualize my day, contented in Father's love, spreading Father's fragrance all around wherever I go. Thanks, everyone. Have a wonderful day. And by the way, tomorrow I think we have a meditation session by Brother Datta. He'll be conducting a beautiful session. So don't miss tomorrow's session, and day after tomorrow we'll continue today's Murli. Okay, Om Shanti everyone. Good day.